Hey guys, this is Witty and I'm here to talk to you about something very important. It is the future of the channel. And this is another one of these videos where I give you a slight heads up on where things are going, and I'd like to start off by saying this is the end. I'll see you later. No, not really. But that's what a lot of you might be coming to the conclusion when you hear some of the things I'm going to be saying. But that is very far from the case. So, let me divulge further information into your ear holes, as I assume you are listening to this, but obviously if you can lip read as well, maybe into your eye holes. Sorry for the graphic information there already. Right, let's get to the point. Warcraft 3. Okay, what's happening with Warcraft 3? Well, that's a good question. I'm still doing it. I still will be doing it, but I'll be doing it slightly differently. So, you're starting to wonder now, aren't you? What is he going on about? What's he talking about? And you're getting some ideas in your head. Well, actually, things aren't going to change that much. It's more a case of the channel that's going to change. So, what I'm saying is that Warcraft 3 content will be moving on to another channel. And this channel that you're currently watching this video on right now, Witty1, which is youtube.com/Witty1, will be my main focus for Heroes of the Storm gameplay and tutorial and guide videos in the future. However, it is not completely and utterly restricted to Heroes of the Storm. It will just pretty much be focused on that, because I will go into more information as to why I've come to the decision, and believe me, it's not been a quick decision. I've been going over this for quite some time, and I've never quite known when to make the move, if to make the move, and so on. So, shall I talk about the reason why I'm doing this? Well, okay, let me pull up some points here. Okay, I've already written this stuff down a long time ago, but there's only a few points that I want to really go over, the main parts. Let's see. Okay, so this is more of a kind of discussion I had with myself, pen and paper style, as to the reasons for one channel only or multiple channels for the content that I'm going to be providing, because I want to get very much so into Heroes of the Storm beta and cover that very heavily. It will be very healthy for me as a producer on YouTube and for creating content. Warcraft 3, I love it to bits, but unfortunately I don't feel there's much more future for it. That's not saying that there aren't going to be more videos for it in the future. It sounds like it, but it's not. There will be, okay? This is complete and utter authenticity from me. I'm not lying or trying to give you any misinformation. I'm just telling you exactly how I feel about the situation, what's happening, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, let's get to the point. Here, for example, a reason for me to not go into multiple channels is more work. It's extra time needed to maintain more than one channel, such as content for Warcraft 3 channel and content for Heroes of the Storm channel. Alright, but here's some of the points that sort of go more towards the favour of multi-channel. I know that wasn't many points, but they're a bit mixed up here for however I put them, so I'm just going to basically read out what I've written. So, if I have multiple channels, I'll no longer have one dominant channel. So, for example, subscriber-wise, that can get carried away. But that could potentially change, for example, if Heroes of the Storm was to take off, potentially, or in a much lesser case, Warcraft 3 took off. So, obviously, subscribers are very helpful. They provide daily views, and that provides income avenue and allows me to keep doing what I do, because this is essentially a second job. No, don't get me wrong, it's a very fun second job, but it is a second job. And let's see, too much variety on one channel. This is a reason that's kind of against having one channel. Too much variety on one channel will likely upset people more than encourage its subscribers. So basically it's upsetting people more than it's encouraging people to subscribe and get involved in the channel's activities. So that is something I've experienced a lot. Now, this might not be so apparent to some people, but believe me, I know this from experience. From my own channel, I have over 2,000 videos I've uploaded for quite a while now, and I've seen it from other people's channels and how they cope and what happens. And yeah, it's pretty negative, to be honest, a lot of the time. For example, if I upload an amnesia video, there's a lot of people out there that, especially my more common subscribers, you know, more active sort of, how do you say it, active fans, I suppose, people that comment on a lot on my videos and such, that are a lot more sort of understanding. But at the same time, there's people that also comment a lot on my videos that aren't so understanding. And this is the issue that I have, is that people will pretty much be absolute, how to say this politely, problem causers or something like that. If I upload an amnesia video or something that I wanted to play, oh, I wanted to play this game instead of Warcraft 3 today. Oh, that was so fun. I'm actually going to upload that, and hopefully people can enjoy that and take that for what it is. If they don't like that content or they're not interested in that content, don't click on the video. If you've clicked on the video and it's not what you wanted to see, or you realise very shortly afterwards that there isn't Warcraft 3, just come out the video. Boom, you're done. Strangely enough, that doesn't actually happen though in the YouTube world, in the world of the internets. What actually happens is, oh my god, this isn't Warcraft 3, what the hell is this? I don't understand, is this the end? Why aren't you doing Warcraft 3? I expect 6 Warcraft 3 videos today instead of this now because of this. How dare you? How dare you? That is pretty much a good impression, I think, of some of the people that will respond to those kind of videos. So yeah, it has been negative because it forces me to reduce the variety of content due to negative feedback. So if I was using one channel, I might want to upload more, I might want to give more, but it works against me. And I've done this before also with Warcraft 3 videos. So if I've uploaded, say, you know, 3 or 4 in a day, it actually has a negative impact. I've actually lost subscribers from doing it because people are like, oh, this is too much. Because some people like to subscribe to a channel just for a daily fix, for 1 or 2 videos. Just a small amount of time. If they think, oh, this guy is now going a bit overboard, he's giving me too much. It's funny how it works that way. You can either choose to, you know, pick and choose what you want to see, or you can go, nah, this is too much feed coming in from my email or whatever, however you get it through Twitter, etc., where you can find me. Where are we? Hard to drop. Yeah, the reason against a multiple channel is it's hard to drop coverage of a game and phase it out. Impossible almost. Would need to maintain channel, or instead of abandoning it entirely, or you can potentially phase the channel out by creating a video, for example, explaining that you will be ending content on that channel, for those that need to know, because that's the sort of thing I would do. I certainly wouldn't just stop doing videos, for example. I would at least explain myself if I was to do that. So that's the reason against multiple channels, but I'm not going to have that issue, because what I'm trying to do is I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to take it step by step. For example, if I was... this is an issue I'm wondering. No, again, for example, if I wanted to put up World of Warcraft content, not that I'm currently creating it, but say, for example, I would, if I wanted to, then how do I upload it? If I upload it onto my Warcraft 3 channel, my new one, then that's going to conflict with basically what I've been getting at, which is I want the channel to be focused on that content. So if you subscribe to my channel, that is what you're getting. So I would actually have to hold back and say, no, I'm not going to upload that World of Warcraft content. I would only potentially do that if I knew I was going to be creating enough of it for it to be worthwhile justifying a new channel for that content. So again, I would have to create another channel for that. So this is where you've got to be careful, because these are games I like to play, but at the same time I can't cover everything. I've got to be very focused, which is really a benefit for you guys, because it's essentially I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. I'm not just uploading everything and anything and chucking it at the screen. There's a lot of thought processes that go into this, but this is something I love doing, essentially, so it's not a problem for me to put a lot of my time into it and think about it outside of work, outside of this, in my sleep, or whatever it might be. So, what have we got here? Right. Okay, a reason for multiple channels is more control, such as, I don't know how to explain that much more better, but I'm not falling out of control. Essentially, it's less, it's more the opposite case of what I'm trying to say. That it's, I've got more control of the situation. So if I was uploading multiple videos, which I've mentioned, that were different content, things get chaotic. They get nasty. You get negative feedback. But if I have multiple channels, I've got Warcraft 3 channel. Boom! Warcraft 3 videos on that. Smack on. Got Here's the Storm channel. Boom! Here's the Storm focused content. Guides, gameplay playthroughs, whatever. That is what you're getting. Let's see. Did I say this? Wider coverage for this is for multiple channels, so more game coverage and more chance to get hits eventually. So what I'm getting at here with this one is, this was going back to the point that I made earlier where I was saying that if I upload, say, 3 to 4 videos, I might want to upload 3 to 4 videos, but it's not going to be very good because it actually works against me, because again it comes across as too much content. You will notice that successful YouTubers tend to have like 1 or 2 videos per day. If they give you too much, then you either get bored or you get sort of overwhelmed. Strangely enough, it can be a huge negative. A lot of people just want to tune in, have a casual bit of fun, watch a video, have a laugh, and get out. And that's totally understandable. There are a few more hardcore players, or viewers, so to speak, who would pretty much absorb almost any content that a YouTuber provides. However, these are, of course, the smaller number of overall viewers, such as the same with gaming. I'm a very hardcore kind of elitist style gamer. I go very heavily into it, and I will, you know, absorb all of it, and I've not got a problem in doing so, or I wouldn't. I don't know. But anyway, going on to my next point. For example, a point that's in favor of multiple channels, which again, a lot of these points might be somewhat reiterations of what I've previously mentioned. However, I still feel it's important to raise this. For example, happy customers, people getting what they were subscribing for content wise. So yeah, I've said that before. You are subscribing to a channel for Warcraft 3, that's what you're going to get. You're subscribing to a channel for Heroes of the Storm, that's what you're going to get. The problem with having one channel is, if I want to upload Heroes of the Storm videos and I want to upload Warcraft 3 videos, there is confliction right there. The viewers, the content, boom, you're already asking for trouble. You almost create two sides, and they could potentially be fighting against each other in the comments section. I could still picture it and go, bring out, so for example, I upload a Heroes of the Storm video, I go, what is this? Bring out the next Warcraft 3 video. And that's an insult to the people that want to see the Heroes of the Storm content. And vice versa. If I brought out Warcraft 3 video and say, why are you still bothering with this old rubbish? I haven't seen the Heroes of the Storm video yet today. Boom. You're starting to see where I'm coming from here. And I've given this so much thought, and the conclusion is essentially that I will be creating another channel. However many more channels, I do not know. Do not worry about that. That is far into the future. I have not got quite enough time. Until this becomes potentially a full job, there's no way I've got enough time to dedicate to that many channels. 2 channels will be enough for the time being. So, I can, with multiple channels, here's a benefit. I can be as flexible as needed regarding content variety, whilst avoiding negative feedback. So again, this is essentially saying that you know, I can concentrate. I can put up 1 to 2 videos of Heroes of the Storm, for example, on my Heroes of the Storm channel a day. The same I can do with Warcraft 3, which is pretty much what I do. I give you like 1 video a day, maybe 2 videos a day, something like that. And that way you got your constant influx of material. I like to try to do 1 a day. I think that's good because people like consistency, so that's something I consider. It could be very easy for me to go, screw it, I'm not going to bother uploading a video today, I'll give them 2 videos tomorrow, the next day, or something like that. That doesn't work quite so well because, you know, people if they come onto the channel and they get out of the habit, they get into habits and such, and it's a good habit, and it's also very good for the viewers as well, is that if you come onto my channel, you are going to get a video for that day. I can't remember the last time I haven't uploaded a video on a particular day, and unless I'm like really ill or something like that, it's probably still going to be a video each day. I'll still log on the computer and upload one of my videos, and that'll do it. Okay, let's see. Well, that's pretty much the points that I'm coming across. These are essentially my feelings, my emotions towards the situation. And I should have probably spoken about this a little bit earlier in terms of reducing panic. But what I was going to say, and what I should have said, if only I could insert this a lot earlier, is essentially the content isn't going to change. You, for example, get one video a day of Warcraft 3, like I say, maybe 1 to 2 videos. With this new channel, you are going to be still getting 1 video a day of Warcraft 3. It's still going to be the same high quality stuff that I have been producing. And I think that you might be able to agree with me that the content that I've produced for Warcraft 3 in the recent weeks, perhaps months, have actually been of much higher quality. I've put a lot more effort into the thumbnails. I've learned how to do photoshopping. I've never done it before, but I've now learned how to get a slightly bit better. I've got into the habit now where I can create thumbnails without spending too much time on it, so I can concentrate on the content, but at the same time the thumbnails are clear and fun enough that they describe the theme of the video, so I can put a lot of my personality into that. I really enjoy creating some of those thumbnails, and you might be able to see there are some more than not comical ones. I like comical ones. And yeah, I've been working with a friend of mine, Latin Rolo. He's been helping me out a lot. I've also had help from Mighty Teapot as well in the past in terms of the channel, and Latin Rolo's been helping me most recently. And you may have noticed the new banner. If you log onto my channel, you will see a new banner, and he's done it in such a great creative way. It's very clear. For example, if you're looking on a YouTube browser, it's got Welcome to Witty, I can see it now, and it's got an orc and Jaina Proudmoore either side, also the awesome logo. That's a lot of hard work to get just about right because of the way Google Plus works. God, it's a pain, it really is. But anyway, if you were watching on the TV, you get the full screen image, so you've got the Welcome to Witty in the middle, but at the top and the bottom you've got, here's the Storm characters. For example, you've got Tychus Finley, technically StarCraft 2 character, but here's the Storm is brought out from all of the Warcraft, not Warcraft, Blizzard franchises, although I do favour the Warcraft franchise out of all the Blizzard franchises, obviously, because if you actually are a long-term fan, or if you've perhaps decided to, in your spare time, check out my first video ever created, you might have noticed that it's a StarCraft 2 video. Yeah, that's right. Now, how'd you like that, eh? Warcraft 3 commenters? Oh my god, where's the StarCraft 2 content? This isn't what I subscribed for. Well, funny enough, I did start this channel as a StarCraft 2 channel, but I moved on, or rather back, to Warcraft 3 because I simply prefer that game, and I feel that I can give you better content because if you're passionate about what you do, if you enjoy what you do, then you're going to produce better stuff. So that's it pretty much, and I'm very passionate about the up-and-coming Heroes of the Storm. It's Blizzard, I'm a Blizzard fanboy, it's got all of their franchises, Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, and previous games potentially, Lost Vikings, Rock and Roll Racing, you never know what you might see from it, and it's going to be good, and I'm going to be very, very keen and happy to get stuck in there and create some great quality content for that. So, this is the thing. This brings me on to another point that I've thought about it now, is why not make a new channel for Heroes of the Storm? Agreed, that's doable. However, I see this channel, Witty 1, as, I don't know, for lack of a better word, the brand, the staple of my content, and the direction I'm moving in, the current upcoming content, basically. And the current upcoming content is obviously Heroes of the Storm because that's in the future and that's up and coming. Warcraft 3 is only going to be falling further and further into the past, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to still be doing videos for it. So that's the reason why I'm moving Warcraft 3 into another channel. Because, essentially, for lack of a better word, again, it's getting a bit outdated. But I still love it, and I still play it, and I still create content for it. So that's why I'm going to be putting that into another channel. And that's it. If you still want to see Warcraft 3 from me, then feel free to obviously subscribe to that channel and watch the videos. It will be just simply the same as what you currently get on the channel at the moment. So, for example, today's video would be Return of the Gusu Part 4. And that would be it. You would have that on the Warcraft channel. So, that's that. Obviously, if you want to see what I'm going to be doing and the kind of content I'll be creating for the future, then you'll want to stay tuned on this channel as well and see the Heroes of the Storm content. It's not to say that I won't potentially be able to upload a Warcraft video on this channel if it somehow relates to current affairs or it's more of a generic overall thing. It wouldn't be a gameplay type video, maybe a huge guide or something like that, I don't know. Or maybe a commentary, a vlog style video where I do my witty word ones, which I might be bringing those back sporadically throughout the series, and again that would be probably on this channel, unless it was very specifically related to Warcraft 3, then I would move it onto the Warcraft 3 channel, which is what I'm getting at. So I hope a lot of you have stayed tuned for this far, and I hope a lot of you have understood where I'm coming from. I'm trying to be as open and honest as I can be about this, and I'm just trying to make sure that I don't forget anything, because if I stop the video now, I can't put it all back together again. I would have to start from scratch, so I don't particularly want to have to do that, because a lot of my honest opinions have come through here, and it would be very kind of awkward to sort of reiterate what I've previously said, knowing what I've previously said, because this is the first time I've done this video, so this is not sort of like my sixth take or something where I'm just reading from a script. No. So let's see. You got okay. This is something I should have said earlier, actually. When am I going to be moving the Warcraft 3 channel, or moving the channel to Warcraft 3? Well, as you noticed, a lot of you may have noticed, the 1,000 video episode, 1,000 episodes are soon arriving for Warcraft 3. I've created over 2,000 videos, and definitely at least 1,000 of those up and coming will have been purely about Warcraft 3, although there's definitely more than 1,000 videos for Warcraft 3. However, that's just the way I've done it episodically and how it's been labelled in the past, and I've got so many videos it would just take me an eternity to go through them and re-edit them all and rename them, so please don't ask me to do that. But yes, so next week I'm expecting to reach 1,000 videos for Warcraft 3. So, obviously I'm going to be doing quite a big thing for it, and going back to something I said before in the past, I'm not going to be uploading, say, 6 videos or 7 videos all on the same day, because it isn't appreciated. Not to mention that these videos are going to be hard work, what I'm going to be trying to do, because I could easily create some just sort of fun gameplay videos, or I could put a bit of effort in, and part of me really doesn't want to do this because it feels like work, but it needs to be done, is essentially some of these special videos, which will be getting uploaded probably 1 to 2 videos a day, again, sort of like for 1 week. So I drift off. Basically, next week, let's have a look. Next week will be 22nd of February. So expect the very first start of the 1,000 episode specials to begin from that point onwards, and then that will go on for the next week, so towards, say, Friday the 28th, which is the last day of this month. So essentially you can look at it this way: the channel, the Warcraft 3 channel, will be opening up on March the 1st, pretty much. It might be a bit before, it might be a bit later, but roughly March the 1st. So that way I can, episodes 1,000 onwards, so 1,001 onwards, will be uploaded to that channel. And you will no longer see Warcraft 3 content on this channel. perhaps if it's on the rare occasion, but that's what I'm trying to avoid, is I want to really have focused channels. So, yes, so up until next week, the 28th, videos as normal. 28, no, I get messed up. Up until next week, the 22nd, videos as normal. Then the 22nd to the 28th will be episode 1000 specials. So 1 to 2 of those a day. For example, a Tower Island video. But the big one I was getting to, there's a really big one, and this is going to take me a long time. That's what pretty much the rest of the page is about, is all ideas for it. And there's so many bullet points, and I'm going to have to go through that. But I want to, for the community, so I really, really want to put up a video, a how-to guide video, a human build order video, a night elf build order video, an undead build order video. Did I say orc? Yeah, an orc build order video. So that way people can really sort of still learn and enjoy Warcraft 3, because it's still a fantastic game and you should still play it. So the biggest challenge for me, and I've really only got a week or so to produce this content pretty much, on top of the work that I currently do outside of YouTube, which is essentially my actual real job, is I'm going to be creating a how-to micro guide. Now, I'm a very obsessive person and I don't do things lightly. I could very easily create a guide and go, oh, yeah, there's a huntress, she's being injured, pull her back. Yeah, get that shaman to put lightning shield on that huntress and move her into the units, and that's how you micro. No, I'm going to, unfortunately for my sake, but fortunately for you, I'm going to be going over through quite a few details. I'm essentially going to probably be covering things like hotkeys. I'm going to have to learn how to edit your own hotkeys, so that way people can be covered. Those that want to play the standard game without any add-ons, such as the war keys that I use, which is, for example, F1 to F6 are my inventory slots, but I will be explaining programs like this, if you do choose to use them, alongside editing the hotkeys themselves. So you could potentially have Def Coil as Q instead of C, so that way you can have QWER as your 4 hotkey abilities for each of your heroes, which makes it a lot easier to play, but it takes a while to get used to it. So I'll be pretty much explaining everything about micro, what it is, why you should be doing it, the different ways you can do it, and also be looking at strategic situations in battles which would encourage certain aspects of micro, such as abilities, how you should position them, how you should use a Zeppelin, for example. A Zeppelin is a huge part of micro, potentially picking up units, dropping them, picking them up, putting them into another position, casting a spell, picking up that unit, all the while you are doing other things. It's going to be hard work. And I'll get a swig of water here. I've been going on for a while. I didn't really want a particularly long video, but it's inevitably going to be a long video because there is a lot to explain here. But it won't go on for much longer because I've pretty much said everything I need to say. Yeah, so plans for that. So pretty much up until the end of the month, you're going to be getting the remaining Warcraft 3 games for this channel. Then I will be moving over that content, aka when I upload videos for Warcraft 3, they will be on my Warcraft 3 channel. So something, again, I should have mentioned earlier, and I'll probably put it in the video description to make it clearer, is the channel has been created, but I haven't done anything with it yet because I literally just created it the other day, and I've been of mind, do I upload the 1000 episode specials for that channel there, or do I just do it here? I think I'm going to just do it here because this is where Warcraft 3 started, and it would be nice to have a epic end to it, essentially, for this channel. But obviously the Warcraft 3 continues on the other channel, and I do need to keep saying that because there are those that do panic still. And yeah, that's it. The channel name will be Witty Warcraft, so I want to try to keep everything as straightforward as possible. So, for example, this channel is Witty 1. I don't want the 1 there, but I just couldn't have the Witty because that channel doesn't exist anymore. But because it has been created, I believe it has been created because I can't have it. The way YouTube works is that's it. you can't have that channel name. I can't change my channel name because I created this channel about 4 years ago. I've been doing content since 4 years. If you create a new channel now, YouTube because they're more related, closely related, they've put together Google Plus. For whatever reason now, you can create a custom URL, so you can potentially change the channel. So, for example, when I created that channel, it was something like youtube.com/x7721211789. That was literally the name of it. So you give it a custom name, which is Witty Warcraft, WTii Warcraft. All one word, obviously. And if I could change this channel, I would just change it to Witty, which is what I'm saying. This is my hub channel. So Here's the Storm might not last forever. I don't know. So I might be moving on to a new channel. And if I still continue to do Here's the Storm content, much like I'm doing Warcraft free content, I would then move that into a separate channel and have it called Witty Heroes, for example, whatever it might be. And then this channel would move on whilst still sort of paying honour towards the content of the past, providing I still enjoy doing it. If I have a day where I go, oh, I hate Warcraft 3 now, it's not going to happen. But if I do, then I can always make a point on that channel that I might be phasing it out or such. But luckily for you, I'm pretty obsessive and I do what I do and I do it passionately. And Warcraft 3, I've been playing for God knows how many years, 10 years plus now. Crazy amount of time, and I still expect to be playing it quite a few years into the future. So Witty Warcraft is going to be the name of the new channel, so I suggest that if you like the content that I create at the moment, which is Warcraft free content pretty much, then you better subscribe to that channel. However, it will be mentioned on this channel because there is an option, as I can see here, for featured channels, so I can add channels. So that's a really good idea, a bonus. So if I have other channels dedicated to Warcraft 3, which is Witty Warcraft, then that's going to be mentioned on my main page, my main website, YouTube. I don't actually have a website yet. Again, that's something way into the future potentially. I don't know. Hard work, all of this maintenance. But for the time being, my main website is essentially youtube.com/witty1. So I can mention those channels there, and I will no doubt get people saying, oh, what's happened to the Warcraft 3 stuff that haven't watched this video. Now, I can either re-upload this video in a couple of weeks' time or make another video, but I won't be able to go into the same amount of depths for the same reason that it would be kind of weird to go over the points that I've made in the past because then it feels more false because I know what I said here, but this has all been off the fly, so it's been as honest as it can be. So the next video will probably be in a week or two's time, mentioning once again that the channel is changing, but it will probably be a lot shorter, and it will probably refer to this video, and it will heavily suggest that the viewer watch this video if they want to understand where I'm coming from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I hope you do understand, because it is important to me, and I do feel like this is bigger than myself now, and I really enjoy the community. It's a huge reason why I do what I do. It would be very easy, well no, that's really a really bad thing to say, because it's so inaccurate. I can't think of the other way to put it or express it. What's the word? It wouldn't be easy. It just wouldn't be easy to stop doing what I'm doing because I enjoy it so much. I enjoy the comments that I get. I enjoy the feedback that I get, the community feels. Sometimes we play the games, the Warcraft 3 games, meeting with the fans, essentially playing with people, hearing from people across the world, doing their accents very badly when I'm introducing strategies that have been suggested by other people. Pretty much all the strategies that I've done virtually in the recent weeks and months have been all of your ideas. There's only a couple of videos potentially that I've actually made up myself, and I had to do that. But now I get so much feedback and sort of good ideas from people that I can actually just go, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to do a stupid version of your accent or where you come from, or give you my own impression of what you might sound like, which quite often isn't very flattering, but it is funny. And I'm going to do your strategy, and you'll get to see it, the community you'll get to see it, and I'll get to enjoy doing something that you came up with. And that's why I'm saying that it's bigger than me now. Before, This channel originally was created in a sense for archiving content. I believe it's actually hard because I go back 4 years ago. I think, why exactly did I want to create the channel? I think I did still want to create the channel so that I could sort of, what's the word? Sort of like, trying to think of the way to put it. Broadcast myself, kind of my personality out there, and hope that there are people out there that enjoy it and can get into what I do, and create a sort of community friendship around that. And yeah, it's been good. It's been a wild ride, and I hope to continue it. And this is another reason why I'm going into Heroes of the Storm. One, because I want to, so I can be passionate about it and can get into it. And two, because it will hopefully, if I can produce good enough content for it, and believe me, I'm going to be trying my hardest to create some decent bloody content for this game. Very, very professional style, but at the same time fun and uplifting and enjoyable. And I'm still losing my voice here because I'm going on for so long. I want to be creating content like that so that I can further the channel, boost the amount of subscribers, perhaps make this my actual living, my job, my reason to get up in the morning and do what I love doing the most, and hopefully letting other people enjoy what I do, because that way I can put those videos out there and you can watch them, you can laugh at how stupid I am, and you can admire some of the content that I create, such as the guides, which are slightly more serious and very well thought through. So I like to come at it from all aspects. I love to take the mick out of myself, but at the same time I do think that I do have potential in creating some damn good content, and you know, giving people some real good guidance, because I do get into these games very heavily. I get into them so much that I can understand them, I research them, and if I can create content that helps others with doing that, then it's more of a bonus, isn't it, for everyone? So it's good, and hopefully you do decide to stay and see where this channel goes, and also subscribe to the other channel, Witty Warcraft, if you want to still see the Warcraft free stuff. But if you only want to see that stuff, then I understand, and feel free to move on to that. That's perfectly fine, because I'm still going to be doing the Warcraft free stuff. I think I've got almost all the points. Another point, and I'm not going to dwell on this too long, but this is a point about getting content out there in a different style. Streaming, you might have heard of it. So I don't currently stream very much, simply because my computer isn't powerful enough. I need a new one. I'm looking into getting a new one right now. If anyone wants to help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. But it's going to be pretty expensive. I will want to get myself a very powerful computer. 1,000 to 1,500 is much more likely going to be the price tag I'll be probably looking at for it, because it's going to have some damn good graphics, some damn good RAM, just memory, everything is going to be pretty top notch, because I want to stream, and I want to do that without it being bloody 10 FPS. Essentially, I need the recording, so when I'm recording Warcraft 3, it's pretty good. It's not 60 FPS for me, but it's not far from it, so I can do it, I can enjoy it. And it's so important to be able to do that, because it's the reason why I can't stream, and I really want to stream, but I can't do it, because when I try to stream Warcraft 3, one, it's in terrible quality, just so that I can potentially even have the chance to do it, and even when it does come through, it's at like 360p. It's terrible quality, not even that, to be honest, and it's not even flawless, it's not even smooth, it's laggy. People say it's laggy, and I'm like, oh, I want to be able to do it, but I can't, and it's freaking frustrating. And streaming will be a great way for me to get more content out there, and also a way to, it'll almost be like this hub channel. It's like what I'm currently playing, and I'd like to be able to do Warcraft 3 stuff on it. I'd like to be able to do Heroes of the Storm stuff on it, potentially World of Warcraft stuff on it. What I'm playing, and I hope that people are a bit more lenient. I think with the stream, whilst I would probably focus on Heroes of the Storm content because that would be my current content, it would be nice to have, say, a day where I play Warcraft 3, or I would be able to give out video messages saying, hey guys, Thursday evening I'm going to be playing some World of Warcraft or League of Legends, whatever it might be, or I'm going to be doing a playthrough of Outlast or Amnesia. If you want to stay tuned for that, then come in and enjoy the ride, have some fun. And otherwise you're going to be getting your Heroes of the Storm stuff, for example, which will be your consistent content. So all this stuff is so important to me, and streaming is a big step, and as soon as I can get into that a bit more, I will give you information about it. It's really important that I really want to get into it because I love doing what I do, and the problem with the videos is they take me, again, this computer's old and it takes so long to render. Well, 1 hour footage of Warcraft 3 will take me about 2.5 hours to 3 hours to render, and when the computer's rendering, the CPU usage is about 70% plus. It is draining the computer. So I can't, for example, render Warcraft 3 in the background and record more Warcraft 3 because the FPS will be down at about 10 to 20. So the quality is going to be terrible. So when I'm rendering, I pretty much virtually have to leave the computer by itself, and that's quite a number of hours. I've got to leave it on, and sometimes I have to have sleepless nights because I have to leave it on at night, and I've got my, the computer's in the same room as me, and it's going, and I'm like, I'm trying to sleep here, can't do it. So, yeah, if I can get a new computer, I can get some streaming, I can get quicker rendering, hopefully. In fact, I would probably have this computer set up separately, perhaps in another room or something like that, I don't know, for rendering separately content. Because the beauty of streaming is if you have a good enough machine for it and such, you can stream at a high quality, such as 720p or 1080p potentially, and then you can cut that content and upload it. So that way I would be able to create, for example, if I could do Warcraft 3 content, like just a fun playthrough, I could stream it so people can enjoy watching it for those that want to see it there and then. And for those that would still enjoy it but want to see it, but didn't get to see it when I streamed it, I could upload it later on onto YouTube. It wouldn't be lost in the stream because it's like no longer streaming. It would be like, oh, I've now got a file here I can upload onto YouTube and put it up there. So streaming would make life a lot easier. So I think that is pretty much everything. It's been a long video. I hope I've made myself as clear as possible and that you do understand. To reiterate my points from before, I shall do a too long didn't read or didn't watch, essentially. Which, my point being, for those that haven't seen or just skipping right to the end of the video, or for those that didn't for some reason understand anything of what I've said for the last 40 minutes or so, I am making a new channel. The channel is called Witty Warcraft. All of future Warcraft 3 content will be uploaded onto that channel. Warcraft 3 content on this channel will cease pretty much from March onwards. That's not a complete guarantee. I don't want to confuse people. There's the chance that you might have 1 or 2 videos. If it's an absolutely epic video for some reason, I just want to put it onto my main channel, so be it. But this channel, youtube.com/witty1, will be the focus for Heroes of the Storm, a new upcoming game that I will be focusing on uploading much content for. And that is essentially the whole gist of this video. But the reason why it's gone on this long is essentially it's just me giving my opinions, thoughts, emotions, and my all into explaining why I'm doing this. And I hope you've enjoyed this. And yeah, don't worry, people. I'm still going to be doing what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing it a lot. So yeah, it's kind of hard now to sign off now after this long, but thanks very much for supporting me and watching. And if you want to subscribe, then of course you can subscribe to this channel or to Witty Warcraft if you just want to see the Warcraft 3 content. Give the video a like if you liked it. That's just such a standard thing to say. There's not much reason for it otherwise. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you soon.